I don't blend fruits because you'll quadruple the glycemic profile. I mean, the difference between a banana that you eat and a banana you put in the blender is night and day.
What?
4 times the rate of blood sugar increase.
By putting a banana in a blender?
Putting any fruit in a blender.
Why?
Because first of all, you disperse the fiber that's in the fruit. So if you take a banana and you puree it, and then you mix it with milk or nut milk or something like that, you're basically quadrupling its impact on blood sugar. The glycemic index, which is the rate at which blood sugar rises. And the truth is, blood sugar is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
It really is.
To make a very long story short, the top solid lines are what happens for men and women, is what happens to the blood glucose of men and women when they consume whole fruit. And the bottom dotted lines are what happens when they consume blended fruit. If you look very closely, the blended fruit group has a lower glycemic index. Therefore, the idea that you quadruple the glycemic index is demonstrably false. Importantly, this is what happens when you consume seeded fruits. The researchers hypothesize the reason that when you blend seeded fruits, there's actually a lower glycemic index than when you eat them in their whole food form is because grinding up the seeds releases additional fiber, polyphenols, fats, and protein that can slow down and even inhibit the ingestion of some glucose, decreasing the glycemic index of this fruit. And when you blend fruits without seeds like mangoes, apples, and bananas, there is no difference in the glycemic index. Therefore, at face value, blending fruits does not raise the glycemic index, and in the case of seeded fruits, it would actually lower it. With that being said, there is one reason why I would tell someone they would be better off consuming the whole fruit rather than fruit juice or blended fruits. The reason is because the ingestion of whole fruits typically leads to greater satiety and lower energy intakes throughout the day. Therefore, if your main goal is regulating your appetite in order to lose weight, the consumption of whole fruit may be superior to blended fruits. However, because the blending of fruits with seeds actually increases the fiber and polyphenol content, both of which have appetite-suppressing qualities, blending fruits with seeds in them may actually be more satiating than consuming them whole, and this would be something you would simply have to trial yourself and see how it affects you. With that being said, there is one other thing that we know that fruit juice and fruit smoothies do. On average, they increase your total intake of fruits and vegetables. And a recent comparative risk assessment identified a low intake of fruit to be one of the 5 leading risk factors worldwide for all-cause mortality. There's also evidence that things like berries and other fruits can protect against neurodegenerative disease. They can also improve cognitive function and help to reduce blood pressure, even when consumed in 100% fruit juice form. In essence, there are reasons why you would probably want to ingest whole fruit rather than fruit smoothies if your goal is to minimize caloric intake without feeling hungry. With that being said, the majority of the population isn't consuming any fruit whatsoever. And because it does appear that the ingestion of fruit smoothies and fruit juice is a fantastic and practical way to increase our consumption of fruits and vegetables, blanketly telling people that they should not be ingesting fruit smoothies based off a hypothesis that is not actually true is more than likely actually doing more harm than good, especially because most people aren't consuming any fruit in general. And the consumption of fruit smoothies is a practical way to increase one's fruit consumption, reduce their risk of neurodegenerative diseases, reduce their blood pressure, reduce their risk of all-cause mortality, and overall improve their diet quality. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to your nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.